Okay, let's do part C. Now, part C says how long to the nearest hour would it take for the isotope to decay to half its mass? How about to the nearest minute? So with this question, all these questions come down to, if I have my function, and our function is m as a function of t, is equal to 3 times 0.985 t over 6. The question is, do I know m or do I know t? Do I want to find m or do I want to find t? And in this case, they tell us how long would it take for the isotope to decay to half its mass. So I know what m is. So mass is a function of t. If we want half its initial amount, is going to be 3 over 2. So therefore, we can say 1.5 is equal to 3 times 0.985 t over 6. And now, if you're in the MCR3U course, which is the Ontario Ministry Grade 11 course, you shouldn't necessarily have the math to do this. Not to say that your teacher could have enriched your course, which I think is always a wonderful thing, but we don't know how to do this yet algebraically. There's some tricks here. So with this type of question, what you would need to do is you need to take your actual function and plot it inside some piece of software. Nspire, GeoGebra, take your pick. And then you'd have to actually manually go and inspect and look for the approximate value. So now, with this question, there is an algebraic technique, and I'm going to actually show you how to do that. So there's a wonderful mathematical operator called ln, and you'll see it on your calculator. You'll see a button on your calculator that has ln, and that's ln. We're going to use the ln function to solve this. And again, you don't necessarily need to know how to do this yet, but it's nice to always look at these neat tricks. So the first step I'm going to do here is I'm going to divide both sides by 3. So I'm going to get 1.5 over 3 is equal to 0.985 to the power of t over 6. So then I take 1.5 and divide that by 3. And I'm going to get 0.5. So I have 0.5 is equal to 0.985 t over 6. And this is where the algebra gets hard. You very well could have at this point done questions like this. 2 to the a equals 2 to the 9. And then you can very quickly say a equals 9. Actually, let's change this because that looks really confusing. 2 to the x equals 2 to the 9. So therefore, you can say x is equal to 9 because the bases are the same. Here, the bases are not the same, and quite frankly, it's hard to make them the same. So what we do is we use this great function called ln. So I'm going to take the ln of both sides. So now I've taken the ln of both sides, and there's a neat little property with lns, is that if I take the ln of something to the power of some value, I can actually pull that power out in front. Again, this is a great little trick, but it's important that you go back and learn this stuff and understand it, because there's so many great things you can do with this if you understand what you're doing. So now I need to get t by itself, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 6. And then once I've multiplied both sides by 6, I'm going to divide both sides by the ln of 0.985. And now I can just take this and plug this in my calculator. And hopefully I've gotten the right answer. Let's see. And we get approximately 275.174. So just to kind of wrap up here, this question C, very nice question, but it's really important to understand that we don't have the algebra actually yet to solve it. So with this question, what we're really looking for you to do is to graph this function, and then you could even graph y equals 1.5 and then find the intersection, but it's all about approximating the value. That being said, as you move forward in your mathematical career, you will learn an algebraic technique to solve this, and it's using what are called logarithms, and we use one called ln, which is the natural logarithm. So if I kind of look through this is the algebra. Anyways, I hope that helped. These are great types of questions. If you have any questions, as always, don't hesitate to let me know, and I'm happy to put some more stuff up. Have a good day.